seeing my son teach another individual to treat people with respect and love regardless of their challenges was a powerful, powerful statement to me that we're doing the right thing by having the foster kids in our home.
I'm Michelle.
I'm Matt, like in doormat, but with potential.
Ah, cool. Awesome. So I understand that you two have been professional parents or host home parents for like 20 years.
Coming up on 20 years.
How old is he?
He will be 36.
36. Okay. What kind of disabilities does he have?
He's autistic nonverbal.
Okay.
So he's a challenge in himself, but he's still a lot of fun. He's brought a lot of joy into our lives over the years, but he's also been a lot of stress sometimes.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yep.
So what the heck were you thinking? Why did you get into this?
I was expecting my first baby and I really just wanted to stay home.
Oh.
And so we got into helping individuals, youth at risk
Right.
at first. And that was wonderful. And we were barely old enough to be parents ourselves. And so we kind of bit off more than we could chew, to be honest. Our children were getting to the age that they too were being, influenced by some bad behaviors. And so we just decided that we needed to not have that kind of
Sure.
individual in our home at that time. So we took a break for about a year and a half. And then one day I was just driving down the road going to get him at the airport. He was flying in and a commercial came on the radio about Rise. Tears just came to my eyes and I called him immediately and I says, I don't know anything about this company, but this is what we need to do.
That's awesome. What were you thinking when she's calling you on the phone saying, I got a new thing for you?
My initial thought was we just finished working with youth at risk, and we saw how it affected our children, our biological children, and so I was a little apprehensive at first, definitely. At the same time, I was unsure how much I wanted to commit. I mean, taking care of individuals with disabilities is a huge, huge challenge.
Sure.
But, I figured I've got a great partner to help with that. And so if she's willing to do it, then let's go for it. Let's give it a shot and see what we can do.
So what type of supports do you get from Rise?
My coordinator, I've been with her for several years now, and she's very much a part of what we need. She's always asking, what do you need? What do you need? So just to boil it down, we do have respite care. Every year we can decide how many days out of the year we would like to have respite care. And we've chosen that, and they have been very good at providing that respite for us. If we are going somewhere on a vacation or need a little bit of time away just to fill our own buckets, then we can take some time to do that. Our son would go to another home where they would care for him overnight.
Yeah, okay.
And we've been able to provide that same respite for others who've had kids in their home to provide them those same opportunities. So we actually often will have a chance to kind of swap. And so it really gives us an opportunity to work with each other and get to know other families that are supporting individuals as well. And knowing that you have a community that can work with each other, but also know that there's people working that have the same challenges that you're having with your individual, so you feel like you're a part of a community that you can do things together.
That's great. What else do you get? What other supports?
So during the week, we have a couple of different nights or days that we have caregivers come into our home, staff provided by Rise, that gives us another break. So like, for instance, we go to church on Sundays, and so we ask that we have a provider come in and take him for a couple of hours. Tuesday is our date night, and so we just want to have some one-on-one time with each other, so we have another staff come in for a couple hours.
What's been the hardest part?
For me personally, I think the hardest part has been patience at times. He has a habit of running into things or breaking things, and so reminding myself that we chose to accept him into our home, and disabilities and all, and so right now we're not going to go with the expensive high-end items. And so it's just like any other kid, patience with your children is sometimes very difficult.
What's been the hardest thing for you?
Gosh, freedom. Right. I do feel like, and I will say this over and over again, my coordinators hear me say this all the time, is I feel very supported by Rise. But our son will always be 3.
What's been some of your joys?
What hasn't been joyful? Like his laugh just makes me laugh. Like it's contagious, right? And he gets a big grin on his face, and sometimes we don't even know what it is that's making him so happy. But to watch him enjoy the simple things in life has brought so much joy to us, and it's helped us realize to appreciate the little things in life, right? And to just love that. I think watching him experience new things for the first time has also been really fun. We take him with us everywhere, and he experiences all the things that we want to do. And so it's really fun to just watch him experience those joys and try new things.
What did your biological kids think?
One of my favorite experiences, I'm getting a little choked up about it. The individual had only been in our home for a few months at the time, and he's nonverbal, so he can't really communicate like most people do. But he will make noises, and sometimes when he's happy, he'll make sounds to show that he's happy, or sometimes when he's frustrated, he'll make sounds to let us know he's frustrated. And my son was probably about 11 or 12 at the time, and he had one of his friends over from our son. Started making some noises, and my biological son had the friend over, and his friend said, "What, is he stupid or something? Like, why is he making noises?" And my son, and you'll have to excuse the terminology here, but my son, who's 11 years old, said, "Get the hell out of my house." And I was over in the corner on the computer, and I heard that, and I'm like, "We don't swear in our house. Like, what is going on?" And so I was paying attention more, and my son again said, "You don't talk to him like that. He's a human being. Why would you say that?" And his friend said, "Well, sorry." And he goes, "No, you don't apologize to me. You apologize to him." And for me, being a parent, seeing my son teach another individual to treat people with respect and love, regardless of their challenges, was a powerful, powerful statement to me that we're doing the right thing by having the foster kids in our home.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's neat to see all of my kids really do what they can to include everyone.
Have some of your family or neighbors or church members or whatever thought of what you're doing?
There's a wide spectrum, as you can imagine. But the people that I love to talk about are the ones that are very supportive. And they rally around.
Sometimes we've even had some of our friends who've come over and said, "Hey, can we take him out for you guys?" Or can we bring in, we'll have people who bring in Reese's Pieces or Reese's Peanut Butter Cups because those are his favorite thing when they know they're going to stop by and visit, because they know that's going to keep him busy, and so
and happy.
And happy. And so we get a lot of people who are very supportive, a lot of friends and a lot of family who are willing to step up and help us however and whenever they can. Sometimes it gets frustrating when people are not patient enough with him and don't understand the challenges that he brings. When he's been with us for 20 years, he's part of my family. He just is. And some people have a hard time understanding that. And that for me is heartbreaking. So that's the one thing that is a drawback for me, is those individuals who don't understand that he is part of my family.
If I was thinking about doing this, what advice would you give me?
I think I would say, if you're thinking about it, look into the different companies nearby. Rise is a great example, but they have positions that will give you an opportunity to work with someone with disabilities before you commit to such a huge commitment, because it is a big commitment to invite someone into your home and know that they're going to be with you long term, and know that you're going to give up some of your typical freedoms, know that you're going to have things get destroyed, know that you're going to have patience, frustration, everything else that comes along with a child who effectively is 3. And taking an opportunity to work with those companies in any facet will give you a better idea if it's something that you can handle long term. There is so much need for so many people in so many areas working with individuals with disabilities. It is a huge blessing that we've been able to see, and I would definitely say go for it. But get your feet wet first by trying some of the other jobs within those companies.
I would say if you have a heart to care for anyone, give it a shot. You will learn. If you are ready to learn and grow and become a better person yourself, what a better opportunity than to do that, to open your home to somebody who is going to provide those opportunities for you to love unconditionally and grow and as a person yourself. So I would say go for it.
You guys are great.